Okay folks, this will be a challenging one. I don't know how it's going to look. Let's see how we go with it. It's got promise, but it's a challenging one. It may not work, for all we know. It's a difficult one to make happen. Let's see how we go with it. Let's see what it is. It says barriers. Barriers something or other. Signage, I don't know what it says. It's reflective. It has a reflective stuff on the back, and there's some of it's missing, or most of it's missing, but we're going to try and see what we can do with it. See if we can make this turn up really nice as a treat. It's a tricky one, so I'm just going to move it around. I hope I can catch some reflection off it. Yeah, that looks really quite interesting. That's come up better than I thought it would. At least it's got potential. Still could be a lot better. Barriers. I think of barriers like my disability, and there used to be a campaign that was on television years ago where they talked about people with disabilities breaking down the barriers, but it doesn't seem to be happening much these days. And I feel like my life is full of barriers as a person living with disability, and it really is hard trying to get recognised for the talent that I've got rather than what I fucking can't do. What I can't do determines what I earn. So I earn a very low wage because I'm disabled, and it's really horrible because I'm a person who's creative and who's talented as an artist, a photocopier artist, and I just feel like barriers are in my way, stopping me from achieving, stopping me in the financial. It's a financial thing. Most of the barriers are financial ones. When you don't have enough money, you can't do anything. Even if you're not disabled, you're stuffed. Unfortunately, money talks, and fuck, it talks shit heaps of times. It talks crap, but it still talks, and people listen to money. People love it. People love celebrities because they've got lots of money, and they like to ogle the lifestyle and in the things that they buy, that money can buy. These rich people, these fucking celebrities, and a person on the street doesn't even get enough to eat a healthy diet. So it's really not fair the way people who are rich are given all this glory and this stupid worship that people like to offer them, and it's really not fair on the people who have got less, who've got next to nix, who've got to live as well. They've got feelings as well. Why can't the rich just understand that? Why can't society in general just accept that not everyone is going to be loaded with cash? That nearly everyone wants to be loaded with cash. Nearly everyone, not everyone. But basically, I really hate the way money has become a way of talking and a way of, and it's really difficult. I don't know if I like that one. This is a tricky one, folks. But basically this reminds me of barriers of disability and and it really is difficult trying to compete in a world that's so ableist, so fucking designed for the able-bodied or the above average able-bodied person. Person like myself, for example, does not get any sense of dignity. And it's really difficult trying to fight the status quo. At least we've got social media. That's a good thing to have. That's really something that I've utilised for my material, and I'm not getting anywhere with this piece. This piece looks shithouse. I don't like it. It has potential, but it's not looking as good as it should. But I could always take this piece and maybe enlarge it on the vertical or something. But basically I just get the feeling that people with disabilities and people who are poor and downtrodden just can't go anywhere in life. They just can't win. Everything they do is fettered by what the rich can do and what they want, and they say, stuff you, you're just a piece of shit, without actually saying it. They're often very polite. These rich people and these celebrity types, these big people, are very polite, but they're not. But don't be fooled by that politeness, because that politeness hides a lot of nastiness beneath the surface. To be polite and yet treat the less fortunate with a piece of shit. Let's see how we go with this. And I'm trying to get recognised for my talent, not my disability. And the TV channels don't seem to be showing me any help, giving me any assistance. And I'm trying to get in touch with Luigi. The thing is, I'm on a disability support pension, which, for your information, TV channels, listen up and listen good. Well, the taxpayer has to pay my wage as a person with a disability, with disability, because I got more than one disability. It's a real pain in the ass, but basically, it's like, I don't want to be a drag on the taxpayer's purse, folks. If I can earn money doing something that I'm good at and that I like doing, such as this photocopier art, well, that's what I want. And I want the taxpayer to be grateful that I'm actually doing something useful, that I'm not basically languishing on this damn Centrelink payment. All due respect, Centrelink's been good. They've been good at looking after me in that overall. But basically, I don't want to be on Centrelink. I want to earn my own keep. I want my talent, my gift of photocopier art to be recognised and to become a money spinner. But I want to help others with the money. I don't just want to keep the money to myself. I do want to help others who are less fortunate. So I want to help others. I'm not interested in keeping all that money for myself. So I really need a helping hand, though, to get started. And I haven't got much money myself. I'm going under with this cost of living crisis that's been going on in recent times. And I just can't survive like this much longer. And I'm trying to get in touch with a lost partner, and I just can't find where he is. I need your help, news channels. I need your fucking help. Sorry about the language, but I do get very angry and frustrated. You can understand how frustrated I must feel being disabled and not having the recognition that I want as an actual artist, instead of just someone who's taking off the money and working in an ADE, an Australian Disability Enterprise. That's what ADE stands for. It used to be called a sheltered workshop many, many decades ago, but they call it an ADE. But it's a bit of a euphemism, you could say. A bit of a euphemism, because sheltered workshop is not a very flattering description. That looks shit house, folks. I do think we could probably do something else with that. I don't know, folks. I'm going to just switch it back to positive. Be positive, folks, as long as it's not COVID positive. Haha. So I'm just going to switch that back where we were. But yeah, I'm trying my best to remain positive. I'm trying to remain as upbeat as I can while not getting the assistance that I'm after. But I need to go on the 6 o'clock news to get in touch with my Luigi, and he can support me until such time as I get on my feet as an artist. Or maybe the TV channels, if you can, maybe my work will become valuable once it's gone to air on the TV, so I may not even need to rely on Luigi. I can look after my own stuff by what I've earned from going to air on the telly. And that's come up looking interesting. It's not what I want. I don't like this one actually, folks. I'm actually going to pull it up. I think it's too dark. I'm going to do something with this hue. I'm going to warm it up a bit, if that's the right way of putting it. But yeah, I do need help because I can't survive this increase in the cost of living versus my my employment, what I earn as a person with a disability. It's not something that's sustainable. It can't be sustained for much longer, this life as a person with disability. I'm going to enlarge it a bit more on the horizontal. So yeah, I don't want to be recognised as for my disability. I want to be recognised as a talented person, a smart person, a person with gift, who's gifted, not fucking a stupid person with a partial intellectual disability, which is why I can't work in a normal job. And other reasons. I've got more than one disability. I had a cord around my neck at birth, and I came out in the breech position, the feet first, and that would have cut the oxygen off from me. Now I think I've enlarged it too big. But basically, yeah, the cord around my neck, and it's fucked up my short-term memory and my hippocampus, which are important for learning, and I can't learn very efficiently. It's very difficult, and it caused me a lot of grief at school. And because of my smarts, the fact that it wasn't diagnosed, my smarts made it look like I was being a bad student, like I had a bad attitude to learning. That's what the special school I went to seemed to draw that conclusion. They were blaming me for what was happening. They were blaming me, and that was really hurtful. And I just don't have that kind of, I don't have control. And, I just tried my best. I got teased, I got bullied, I got vilified. Everyone, it seemed, hated me. It was really horrible. School was a horrible place, folks. It really was. And I also believe I have Asperger's syndrome or high-functioning autism, which is responsible for the good stuff, the photocopier stuff, but that caused a lot of trouble at school as well, a lot of teasing and bullying, and that spewed over into my brother's life. My brother got teased and bullied because of me, so my disabilities have really hurt me heaps. They've really kicked me in the guts over the years, and I refuse to be recognised. Yes, the Asperger's syndrome or the high-functioning autism, that's now considered an asset, but the other stuff, I give it the big thumbs down. It's horrible. Now, not being able to learn, not being able to do the things that you want to do. I wanted to be a photocopier technician. I don't want to be just doing packaging and shit anymore. I just want to fucking just get so angry, folks. So fucking pissed off. It's really hard being disabled. There's so many barriers, and the news channels are providing a barrier by not playing my stuff, by not giving my stuff a try. Look, they don't have to pay me for it. They just have to play it. You can edit it, you can chop it up, you can dissect it. As long as it hits the 6 o'clock news and it does something for my situation, well, I'll be happy. Just fucking play it, for crying out loud, you dumb channels. I'm sorry to call you names, but I get really angry. You know, you put on your fucking stupid car crashes, murders, house fires, and bushfires, and all sorts of shits, large and small, and you don't even want to play one video that I so carefully made. You know, I put my heart, mind and soul into this shit, folks, and I get no fucking return on investment. It's costing me money, folks. I'm not rich. I'm going under. My mum just threw me a Christmas and birthday lifeline, which I'm hoping will keep me going until I go to air on the 6 o'clock news. And if I don't go to air, I'm going to sink. You know, I'm going to sink and drown. You know, I don't want to drown in poverty, folks. I've had enough of this shit. You know, I've had enough. There's more to life than this, and that's come up looking quite interesting. I think we can now call this demo quits.